Good morning, Sergeant. Can you tell me your first and last name with the spelling, please?
First name Joaquin, Joaquin. Last name Zubieta, Zubieta.
And which station with the CHP are you out of?
I'm with the Barstow CHP station.
Sergeant, what happened here this morning?
This morning we had a pursuit coming out of the LA area, specifically around the 605 and the 210 freeway at approximately 11:30 last night. There was a carjacking. One of the officers over there picked up the vehicle, the suspect vehicle, and a pursuit ensued. It traveled on the 210, drove up to the 15, and then drove up north towards the San Bernardino, Victorville, and finally ended up in the Barstow area.
Where are we currently along the 15?
Right now we're on the halfway between LA and Vegas. We're north of Mineola Road in the Barstow area.
The suspect, you said earlier this was a suspect in a carjacking. Do we know what if any weapons were used and if the victim was injured in any way?
We don't have the information as far as the victim as any extent of injuries. We do know that a saw was used for the carjacking, and that's all I know at this point.
Was the weapon recovered by chance?
There is a weapon in the vehicle. I'm not sure if that's the one that was used in the carjacking. We will take it for evidence and we will submit it to the initiating agency that took the carjacking report, and we'll go from there.
I do have a question regarding one of the CHP units on the way along this pursuit. It sounded like maybe maybe more units were sideswiped by the suspect. Can you elaborate on that at all?
We did have a traffic collision that happened in the Victorville area, just north of the main street. One of our patrol cars was sideswiped by the vehicle. Fortunately, there were no injuries either to the officer or to the suspect at this time.
When the pursuit came to an end, did it end peacefully, or did the suspect resist at all?
The suspect refused to pull over, so we were forced to deploy the spike strip 2 or 3 times. Finally, the suspect continued on just the rims, and we were forced to use the pit maneuver, which was successful, and the car ended up on the right shoulder. There were no injuries to any personnel. There were no injuries to the suspect as well, and he was taken into custody.
Do we have an approximate age of the suspect?
He's a Hispanic male, approximately 30 years of age. We don't have his name at this time.
Does it appear like he may be under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
Alcohol might be a contributing factor. Right now we are taking him back to the station where we will conduct some follow-up testing. We'll go from there.
Perfect. Thank you for your time, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Cool.
And we'll get the traffic break if this stops.
Copy that.
Traffic continuing north, slow speeds, no traffic. Slower.
King, 12-3, thank you.
370, can you confirm?
Howdy. With the media?
I am.
Do you have any ID? So just you were following this pursuit?
Loud Labs News.
On scene.
Okay.